Hello, today we will making two little cakes. It's Xbox One and ps4 controllers. So what I done is I bake two chocolate cakes in a rectangular tin, and once it's baked, it's all done by instructions on a box. So once it's baked, cooled, and I level top, it's nice and straight now. So I just place toothpick to see where its actual middle is, because after what we do is we simply cut this cake on two parts, which is one we will make Xbox controller, and another one will be and another one is will be our ps4 controller. So what we do, we place them on the two separate working boards, because it will be a little bit easier for us to work. And what we do is, with our toothpick, we start working out basically our patterns, which is we want to see on our Xbox and the our ps4 controller. So what we do is we just have a look rough middle, say it's something like that and something like that, just centralize a little bit, make sure it's easy to work for us. And after this, what we do is we start draw our patterns just a little bit, just to make sure we're able to see what is we actually will cut in our pattern. So we just wanted to make as possible real as we could. Here we are. So you can make it one of these cakes in a rectangular tin, just a separate. I do in two because I thought it just give us a little bit more impression of how we can make these cakes to them together. So see, this is half. We wanted about 1/3, so we just draw like that. As you can see, we have some patterns here already, and we do a little tiny one just right here. After that, we start trim it off with our sharp knife. Do not cut off a straight to pattern, because you might be cut accidentally area which is you might be drawing not very well or something like that, or you don't see actual drawing. So be very careful and do not really hurry, because it's really don't need to be hurry. You have to be enjoying when you're making cakes. Now we trim our cakes to right shape. As you can see, this is a Xbox controller, and this is ps4. It's a little bit kind of smaller, thinner on this area, but more straighter actual sides. So what we do is we have our classic chocolate frosting, and well, we love our chocolate, do we? So we have chocolate and more chocolate, and we love even more chocolate. Well, what we do is now we frosting both our cakes with chocolate classic frosting. Once we finish applying our chocolate frosting, this is what we have. This is our Xbox controller, and as you can see, I put extra chocolate frosting here and here. Leave it like that, because when we apply our ready to roll icing on top, we actually form little buttons after, and this is look like our ps4 controller, and buttons will be in this area. And here, just try to look at here, you can see, so buttons right here. So I apply extra of the frosting on these areas, because we form it after. So what I do now, we're using a ready to roll icing. This is excellent product, much better than just normal average fondant, because its taste is much better. And what I do is basically I took it from foil, and I need a little bit, or you just have to apply a little bit of powdered your icing sugar, just tiny bit, not too much, just be here. And what you do once you need, and it seems soft and manageable, and what you do is this piece we subdivided on 2 parts. So what we do, we work one cake in a time, and we take our rolling pin and start rolling. Once your ready to roll icing is bigger in size than your cake, you carefully simply just flip over your cake. Make sure it just will be bigger than your cake. And while you're tuning this type of ready to roll icing, please do turn quite often, otherwise it will stick to the surface. As you can see, I flip over our ready to roll icing, just put it freely. And what we do, take a little bit powdered sugar and start working on your patterns. So what you do is form 2 buttons on ps4 controller right at the front here, because you have frosting underneath, so you can actually easily can work on this pattern. Started from top, of course. Okay, so make little tiny areas to insert our little remove controller, sort of tiny ones. So what we do is here, start slowly, bring up to, and just like that. Form it as you like, because that's your chance to make it shape you want to see. See, once you're happy with what you got, it's be something like that, what you do, trim it off, start it from a little bit far, to make sure you not get accidentally any extra. And what you do after you're done that, you bring up even more closer to your cake. Once you bring up right close, see, knife runs sort of parallel with the cake. That's big guidance to you, see? It's tiny bit left over, but it's okay, because it gives you possibility to tiny bit push it in. Let's go finish now. Now, once we remove everything, that's how our ps4 controller look like, with 2 little buttons and slightly raised on the sides. And our Xbox is here button here, so it is similar. Alright, once it's all done, what we do, we're using black liquid food coloring, and it's the same company Queen as our ready to roll icing. And what we do, we open and simply using our brush, any brush what you find it, or brush comfortable especially for you. So what we do is we color all our entire cake, Xbox One and PS4 completely black. Then we can add a little bit of shade, which will be our white gel food coloring, and we tiny bit outshade some areas and add our controllers as well. Once we finish applying all our color, that's our controllers look like now. They're not quite dry yet, but that's okay. What we do next is we want to apply our some other controller. So what I done with leftover ready to roll icing, I just cut it shape of the some buttons in the how we call our controllers, and this one is will go. We just put a little bit ready to writing icing, and what we do is this one is going for Xbox, just like that, because we color later, just like this. Just to squash it a little bit if it's tiny bit doesn't fit. Yes, it looks to me okay. Just like this. So you place it another one here. Set it on place. Now that's okay. Now this little tiny mini sort of buttons for our ps4 controller, I as well cut it simply from ready to roll icing what's left from your trimmings. And what we do is we apply those for our ps4 controller. See, once we finish applying all the things, we will also color them with a black liquid coloring as well. Well, what we do is now we take a little bit of gel food coloring, put it on our plate, and what I do, I take a little tiny amount just to shadow some of our bicycle creation, and we take our black brush and we just sweep over to create our circle shape as well extra. Just a little bit, don't need to be precise or anything like that. So once we've done all these out shades with the white gel food coloring, what we do is we have a bag of milk chocolate kisses, and this what they look like inside. And after this I unwrap some 4 of those, and what they are, they're going let me have a look. You might be not able to see it, so somewhere here be good. Now what we do, we turn on other side and we pierce a little bit with our toothpick, and we inserted our remove control inside. Here we are. Now we go for another one, which is on another side. Do something, just inserted your toothpick to make it little tiny hole, and we put them inside again. And here our remove controllers, they even moving. Now what we do next is we have I didn't find anything else. This is simply dark chocolate buttons. This is what they look like. What we do is we with the just thinking on which side to put it. One side to like kind of up. Yeah, I think we should probably go put this way. What we do, we put our writing icing, and we apply 4 of these buttons, and then we can draw with writing icing on them our symbols, something. Now when it's not set, you just move as you like. Here we are. Here are our buttons. We just probably have to move them tiny bit apart. I think I did put them a bit close. Just a nice, and kind of this button is a little bit here we are. See? I love this one, they really move. Alright, what we do is now we will apply with our blue writing icing the symbol. Oops, I think it comes too much. So what we do, we have to, if you have it something like I done it right now, use your toothpick, draw away, and with the get rid of all extras. I think I just didn't use this writing icing for a while, that's why it's like that. Here we are. First our symbol is done. So we continue with others and Xbox as well. Now, as you can see, we finish, and these little buttons working very well. You can actually move them just like a real remote controllers. Something with our Xbox right here, and here we place it. So for the button we use one of these white candy melts. We just place it right here, and as you can see we use little dark chocolate melting buttons for the buttons on our other side. So it's not quite dry such as yet, it just needs to wait a tiny bit longer, and we use simply writing icing to apply all our patterns. Well, I hope you really do like our movable buttons and thank you very much for being with me. Please do write your ideas, happy to hear from you, and comment, subscribe, and all best. Until next time, goodbye.